Okay, this is my course tour infographic. It's a little bit thrown together because I tried to use YouTube and that didn't really work, so I'm using this instead. Anyway, I'm gonna go for each module and talk about them. Week 1 is obviously like the kind of beginning. We have to make a self-introduction video, we have to make this video, and then we have a reading competition quiz over the El Casse, which I still haven't read. I need to start on that. Then week 2, we have to identify and recall main ideas in El Consino, to employ in the present indicative verbs, identify and employ reflexive verbs, distinguish the difference between saber and quasir, and to demonstrate communication and critical thinking skills through discussions. Hang on, let me check something. One sec, sorry. Anyway, and reading conversation and our first grammar quiz, which is over present indicative, and a discussion board over soy muriendo. Week 3 is we're going over El Mundo de las Nadas, another grammar quiz for irregular yo forms, and the discussion boards for idiomatic expressions. Week 4, we have identify and recall the main ideas in Historicus de Grule, demonstrate communication and critical thinking skills through discussions, and correctly employ grammar and Spanish syntax. And we have another reading composition quiz, this time over Historias de Guada, another quiz, a translation exercise, and a discussion board. Week 5, we have another quiz. One second. Okay, we have another quiz that is over Sir, Estar, Haber, and Tener, which should be familiar to anyone who's taken Spanish. And we have our first essay, which I forgot what it's about. I got a midterm essay. I have that to do, and we'll have our first film to watch, which I am excited for. And week 6, we have a midterm exam. That's pretty self-explanatory. You do it, you do good, hopefully. Week 7, you have the learning objectives, which I'll show them here. Pick out events and recall story. It's a storyline in La Costa, and correctly employ grammar in said story. And we have a reading composition quiz on La Costa. And then week 8, we have learning objectives, more. We have a grammar quiz over Seba versus Quansir, a reading composition quiz for the book, and discussion board over Netel, yeah, which is like, I guess, a autobiography of sorts. 9, we have another grammar quiz, radically changing the verbs. We have a reflection essay, which will probably follow the format of the first essay, and another reading comprehension quiz. This time over. I guess another book. Week 10, we have another grammar quiz, predicate versus imperfect, discussion board, Los Negros Casa no Salen. Hold on, I need to test something real quick. Okay, that doesn't work. Forgive me. I just wanted to test pause function, but anyway. Week 11, we have the discussion board, Instrucciones para Quizar, a Grammatica quiz over predicate verbs. In week 12, we have another Grammatica quiz, present of the subjective, a discussion board, Los Móvulos de Lobo Part 1, and another reading composition. Week 13, we have present of the subjective 2, discussion board, Los Móvulos de Lobo Part 2, and another reading composition with Discovering metaphorical expressions using lost monofocals Delubal Part 2. Demonstrate communication and critical thinking skills through discussions and correctly employ grammar. In week 14, we have Grammacita quiz over the future and discussion board over the book, the short story Minotaur, which we'll cover that week. Then week 15 is another grammar quiz, the conditional discussion board for Minotaur Part 2, and basically kind of getting ready for the final exam, which is the final module, which is self-explanatory. I hope that explains everything, and I hope you have a nice night.